Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Well, this podcast is called Telling the Time because some of you have been asking me the correct way to tell the time in English. So, for example, I'm just going to give you a few examples here, okay? So 10:20 or 20 past 10. Or, for example, 10:40 or 22:11. What is the situation with that and which one is more correct? Well, of course, digital clocks and digital items which show us digital time are a little bit new into English. So before that, we always had clocks with faces, and the clock face would tell us the time. So if you have a clock in your house and you look at it, and it's the minutes are showing us 20 minutes after 10 o'clock, then that's 20 past 10. So the situation is that it begins on the hour, and then each minute after that is past. 5 past 10, 6 minutes past 10, 10 past 10, 11 minutes past 10. You hear there that with every 5 minutes, I don't need to use the word minute. 5 past 10, 10 past 10, quarter past 10. So we don't say 15 past 10, okay? 20 past 10, 25 past 10, and half past 10. But if you choose a minute in between, it would be 7 minutes past 10, 11 minutes past 10, 25 minutes past 10. You could say if you wanted to, but you don't have to. It's only for the little numbers, 24 minutes past 10. So 24 minutes past 10, 25 past 10. Okay. If you do accidentally add the word minute in, it's not a problem. Okay. It's just more like an emphasis. Okay. But what you can't do is you can't say 15 past 10. So that would be quarter past, or you could say 15 minutes past 10. And then after half past, it goes the other way. It looks forward towards the next hour. So, for example, 10:30, and then it becomes 29 minutes before 10, 24 minutes before 10. And the usual rule applies about the 5 minutes. Okay, so 20 to 10, quarter to 10. You don't need the word minutes as we did on the way down from the hour. So we're going up to the next hour, 10 to 10, 11 minutes to 10, 12 minutes to 10, 8 minutes to 10, 5 to 10. Okay, and one other thing to keep in mind, and this is often quite confusing for people, is at midnight or at midday, the moment the clock strikes, you are into either PM or AM. Okay, so 12 at night is 12 AM. Okay, because the moment it's hit, it becomes morning. Yeah, it becomes AM. And at nighttime, uh, well, I'm getting confused, aren't I? Because I just mentioned what it's like at nighttime. So at nighttime, it becomes AM, and in the afternoon, at midday, it becomes PM. So you have 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and then 12 p.m. It starts right on the nose of 12, okay? 12 p.m. all the way up to the morning time again, which is 12 a.m. Okay. With digital clocks, it's so much easier. You just say what you see. Let me give you an example. So 10:20, 10:21, 10:22, 10:23, 10:48. It's always past. It's never before the hour. It just keeps counting. All right. The only other type of clock that you might hear is a 24-hour clock. When I say you might hear about, I should say, or you might see the 24-hour clock. That's an interesting one. It's used in our military. It's also used for airport departures, and you sometimes see it on train stations. The 1413 train is now on platform 1, for example. So it's still quite common. You also see it on Windows on the computer, which is a bit strange because they don't really use it in America. I remember my American friend coming to visit, and she's looking at the airport departure board on her way back. Oh my God, what's this time? Anyway, so they don't always use it. So that's basically how easy the clock is. So the 24-hour clock, the military one, is a little bit different because you have, for example, 2 o'clock, 1400 hours, 3 o'clock, 1500 hours. Then you have 15, you have 15, 15, you have 1530. Okay, so it can get a little bit complex. Okay, so if you see it, you should be able to work out what it is immediately. It's going to look a little bit like the digital, but the way they describe it, they don't say AM, PM. They would simply say it's 1500 hours. It's 16:15 GMT. It's 16:30 GMT. They always add GMT, which is Greenwich Mean Time, or UTC, which is Universal Coordinated Time, or I think America has EST, doesn't it? Eastern Standard Time. I don't know why there's so many time zones like that, but I usually refer to GMT or UTC because it's more convenient for me. If you ask me to calculate Eastern Standard Time, which is a local American issue, I wouldn't know. Okay, so it's important to just keep in mind the last little acronym they give you with it. It's 1500 hours GMT. It's 1500 hours UTC. It's 1500 hours EST. That can be really important because those times can differ greatly from GMT. And even within Britain, we have GMT, but BST, which is British Summertime, is usually 1 hour different, I think, from GMT, as far as I recall. It gets very confusing, yeah. So just keep that in mind. All right, and that's time. So see you. Bye.